श्री श्री नित्यानंद स्वामी की जय।
स्वामी जय जय नित्यानंदा, लोकनाथ सिद्धकाशो भगवान। जय नित्यानंदा।
The next offering of the Uttamotama Seva is the offering of Paramashivam Advaita Darshana. Devadevottama Devada Sarvabhuma Akilanda Kodi Brahmanda Nayaka Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Paramashivoham Advaita Darshana Priya Paramashivoham Advaita Darshanam Avadharayat.
नित्यानन्देश्वर सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि आदिशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्तम्।
Shiv Mahadev Kailash Bam 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 Balo. See, as I grew up I always felt distant. I never felt like I really belonged. Oh yeah. See, I always wondered if something was wrong with me. I always observed others from afar. Oh yeah. I remember well tagging along the crowd, feeling kind of awkward, I didn't know why. I remember vividly in my mind. Oh yeah. Yeah, the only child looking at the other side, feeling curious, anxious at the same time, but deep inside it just felt so right. Mahadeva, you are the source of life and all. You even reside inside a Peru Mahal, ripping through the time where my heart got are the Parashiva. Remembering you is my Mahadeva. Never realized you came out of the blue. You assumed the form for me to meet you, as I had been yearning for these roads. Never thought that one could live in the way that you do, the embodiment of supreme truth, just molding my life to be like you. There I was years later, I was lying on my balcony as I was deeply wondering what was really happening. Looking at the sky, tears rolling down my shoulders as I'm asking myself how to make my life fuller. My eyes trying hard to pierce through your endlessness, unable to do, overwhelming powerlessness. Starting to realize the depth of your greatness as I'm surrendering to your boundless powerfulness. Deva Di Deva, Hara Mahadeva, Bam Bam Bholenath, Jai Vishwanath, Digambara Rupa, Agara Swarupa, Paramahamsa Nitya Nitya Nityananda. Deva Di Deva, Hara Mahadeva, Bam Bam Bholenath, Jai Vishwanath, Digambara Rupa, Agara Swarupa, Paramahamsa Nitya Nitya Nityananda. Mahadeva, you are the source of life and all. You even reside inside of Perumal, living through the time where my heart calls. Yeah, Mahadeva, formless from you are the Shiva Linga, existing in all you are the Parashiva. Remembering you is my Mahadeva. Never realized you came out of the blue. You assumed the form for me to meet you, as I had been yearning for these roads. Never thought that one could live in the way that you do, the embodiment of supreme truth, just molding my life to be like you. In Vietnam, staggered in my penthouse, sitting with myself lost in thoughtlessness. Suddenly I'm clear about my life's purpose. Deva Di Deva, Hara Mahadeva, Bam Bam Bholenath, Jai Vishwanath, Digambara Rupa, Agara Swarupa, Paramahamsa Nitya Nitya Nityananda. Deva Di Deva, Hara Mahadeva, Bam Bam Bholenath, Jai Vishwanath, Digambara Rupa, Agara Swarupa, Paramahamsa Nitya Nitya Nityananda. Indian Eagle Online shares of Trisurapuram. With capricious elephants, resplendent parasols, and percussion music, Trisurapuram casts spells on the visitors and sends them into a state of bliss. Hailed as the festival of festivals, it is celebrated at the Varakunathin temple in Kerala's Thrissur district during the Malayalam calendar month of Medam. Initially, the festival was celebrated at Alathurpula temple in the same district, and nearly 24 temples in the region used to take part in the festival. However, in 1798, due to the incessant torrential rains, a few temples arrived late for the procession, and consequently they were denied entry. They later approached Cochin's king, Shaktan Tampuran, for a solution. The king told them to organize a bigger and more dazzling festival on their own, and named it Trisurapuram. Though it's a one-day annual festival, the preparations begin months in advance. Trisurapuram commences with the tallest elephant in the state, carrying the deity of Netilakavilama atop, pushing open the temple gate. The entourage of 30 richly adorned giant elephants carrying deities atop and marching to the Varakumanathin temple is an amazing event. The Ilan Jitara Melam is the key attraction of the annual festival. Over 200 veteran artists who come from different parts of the state participate. In traditional Panchavadyam and Pancharimelam styles, the artists conduct the orchestra using instruments such as chenda, maralam, erika, timila, and kombu.
Though it's a Hindu festival, Puram transcends the barrier of religion. People from all over the world come to take part in the celebration of the Hindu festival.
If you feel responsibility is a power, you make your life successful.
Hindu knowledge transmission is totally different from anything known to the world by the name education. What Paramashiva shared with me, it was like intense cosmic downloading happening. One day, I was looking at him so deeply. Literally everything he was revealing was getting into my system. So deep, like if he utters one word, like a condensed 1 petabyte material, information will be transferred into my system. Listen. The words he uttered and the quantity and quality of the information transmitted was unimaginable. Every word he was uttering, petabytes of information was getting transmitted into my system. The system was getting loaded. When we say Dakshinamurti teaches in silence, it is not that he never utters a word, but the number of words uttered and the quantity and quality of the knowledge, information transmitted does not logically connect or equate, rationally inexplicable. This is unique knowledge transmission method of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. You cannot use the word education for this, no. That is why we cannot say Nithyananda Hindu University is reviving Hindu education system. No, it is reviving Hindu knowledge transmission system. When we say Dakshinamurti teaches in silence, it is not that he never utters a word, but just by a word, he will transmit petabytes of information. He sat as Dakshinamurti in his formless space. His very presence vibrated and all the rishis received that great truths. Dakshinamurtaye javidmahe jnanahastaya dhimahi tanno dhisha prachodayat. Om Dakshinamurtaye javidmahe jnanahastaya dhimahi tanno dhisha prachodayat. Om Dakshinamurtaye javidmahe jnanahastaya dhimahi tree called Vedas and Agamas. Second, mapping the cosmic principles to your bio-memory and making you manifest the reality you want. Third, constantly supporting you to manifest the reality you want through will persistence. Fourth, helping you break your laziness, tiredness, boredom patterns. Fifth, constantly inspiring, keeping you energetic. You will immediately taste success. Sixth,
गुरुवररूपं ज्योतिस्वरूपं परमानन्दं नित्यानन्दं गुरुवररूपं ज्योतिस्वरूपं परमानन्दम्
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिम् द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्याधिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nithyananda, welcome all of you for this Nitya Satsang with His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Actually, it's a very, very historic time happening right now, especially this period where the Kailasa is expanding and expanding. 1008 Kailasas are just manifesting in multifold all around the globe. The Shyamala Pita Sarvanya Pitam has also started expanding. Today Swamiji has just shared about how a very, very old temple where even the greatest well-known temple, the Brihadishwara temple, which was built by Rajaraja Cholan. Even actually, this temple is even much, much more senior to the Brihadishwaran temple. Brihadishwaran temple, the world's largest single granite structure, world's tallest single granite structure, having so many amazing mysteries. A huge temple where not at a single point of the day the temple tower will cast its shadow on the ground, and very mystical features like Nandi that can change its color, a huge Shivalinga, extraordinary things are present just in this one temple. The place, Tanjavur, that itself is a beautiful city. It is dotted with so many temples. Every street literally has a temple. And it also has a rich cultural heritage, especially ruled by the royal dynasty, greatest emperors, the greatest clan, the Cholas who ruled over the entire southern hemisphere. Whether it's in the field of art or music, they were really, really excellent, surpassing many of the Western countries. Just by seeing their architecture, you could understand the vastness that they even cognize things with. This temple of Kashi Vishalaksha Sameta Sri Kashi Vishwanatha Swami temple, this existed from time immemorial, where history records that even the Cholas had worshipped in this temple. And this was built actually years and I don't know how many centuries before the 1,000-year-old Brihadishwaran temple. So this temple of Kashi Vishalakshi Sameta, Sri Kashi Vishwanatha Swami temple, it has an amazing history of being an incubator of a spiritual enlightenment ecosystem. But due to the relentless barbaric invaders, whose sole intention was to destroy and loot Sanatana Hinduism, and this temple got destroyed due to their invasions. Fortunately, a family that had maintained the temple for over 200 years preserved the deities and maintained them. And until one day, the family discovered a person who can bring back, who can rebuild not just the temple as an infrastructure, but the temple as an ecosystem itself. They met Swamiji and realized that they have been waiting for years together to hand over, to offer this temple at the feet of Swamiji, so Swamiji can revive the whole temple with all its glory. And the devotee offered this temple, and Swamiji had made a beautiful post about this entire happening. All of you can actually see. Even the map of the temple is given. The early looks of the temple. Swamiji had shared a beautiful message. It's very exciting. The very first line is so exciting. Breaking news. One more palace plus temple plus monastery complex, housing the world's tallest single granite structure that possesses numerous mysteries. Tanjore is dotted with many historic temples and ancient heritage. The kings of the great Chola kingdom, such as Karikala Cholan and Rajaraja Cholan, who built the towering Shiva temple at Tanjore, belong to the Surya Vamsha. The Cholas worshipped Surya and built several sun temples, including the Konark Sun Temple in the present day Orissa, which was built by the Chola princess Kundavai Nachiyar, who was the daughter of Rajaraja Chola and the wife of Vimaladitya. The king Ellalan of Surya Vamsa, the Chola dynasty, ruled and earned the title Manunidi Cholan, upholder of the law of Manu, for his adherence to righteousness and justice and to laws codified by the originator of the Suryavamsha dynasty, Manu. The Kashi Vishalakshi Sameta Sri Kashi Vishwanatha Swami temple in Karandai, Tanjavur district, was here even before the time of the Cholas, which later was worshipped by the Cholas too. This temple, existing from time immemorial, incubated the Enlightenment ecosystem. Due to the relentless attacks and barbaric invasions, this temple was turned into ruins. Fortunately, a family that maintained this temple for over 200 years protected deities from the thieves and plunderers. With the blessings of Paramashiva, we revived these deities safely and commenced the Nitya Puja. In 2001, with the pretext of construction, excavation was attempted inside the temple. Suddenly, a continuous stream of milk gushed out from nowhere in the ground. This mysterious incident was witnessed by thousands and was featured in many newspapers too. I bless my humble devotees, Sri Paranivelu Swaminathan and his entire family of over 5 generations who took care of this temple and now offered it to Kailasa for it to be revived with all its glory. This Kailasa in Tanjavur now has the following deities inside the temple, with the Nitya Puja being offered to them every day: the Kashi Vishwanathar and Vishalakshi, Ganesha, Subramanya with Valli and Devasena, Baladandayudapani, Mahalakshmi, Suryan, Bhairavar, Nagalingam, Shivalingam with Nandi and Balipeetam, Dakshinamurti, Chandikeshwar, Nagadevata, Meru and Ambal. Now it will be revived as it was originally. Kailasa Paramparagata, Suryavamsa, Chola Samrajya Sarvanya Peetam. This will be a huge, full-fledged temple along with a huge Goshala, library, Gurukul and Adhinam. It's actually very, very exciting. Already Shyamala Pita Sarvanya Peetam started at Madurai and now it's expanding. It expanded into Rajapalayam, now expanding even into Tanjavur. This is something just so exciting. Now so many of us just can't even fathom about what pace and what level this 1008 Kailasas are manifesting right now. Let us share this post of Swamiji, this sacred message, and make a statement to the entire world. Hinduism, Sanatana Hinduism is real. And it is now being revived by Swamiji himself. Let's share this and celebrate. The post will be projected now. I request all of you to go to Swamiji's profile and share this message that Swamiji shared with the whole world.
Sari za za zari za, pari pa mari mari za. Sari za za zari za, pari Mari pa Mari Mari Sa.
ನಟನ ಕಲಾಧರ ನಟನ ಮನೋಹರ ನಾದ ರೂಪ ಶ್ರೀ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಚಂದ್ರ ಪ್ರಳಯಾಗ್ನಿ ನೇತ್ರದಲ ಸದಾಶಿವ ರೂಪ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಟನ ಕಲಾಧರ ನಟನ ಮನೋಹರ ನಾದ ರೂಪ ಶ್ರೀ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಚಂದ್ರ ಪ್ರಳಯಾಗ್ನಿ ನೇತ್ರದಲ ಸದಾಶಿವ ರೂಪ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ವಿಭೂತಿ ಸುಂದರ ವಿಮಲ ಭರಿತ ಹರ ವಿಶ್ವನಾಥ ಹೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ವಿಭೂತಿ ಸುಂದರ ವಿಮಲ ಭರಿತ ಹರ ವಿಶ್ವನಾಥ ಹೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಕಾಲರುದ್ರ ಶಿವ ಕರುಣಾ ಸಾಗರ ಕಲಿಯುಗ ಅವತಾರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಕಾಲರುದ್ರ ಶಿವ ಕರುಣಾ ಸಾಗರ ಕಲಿಯುಗ ಅವತಾರ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ
कालरुद्राय ते नमः वीरभद्राय ते नमः नित्यानन्दाय ते नमः
ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्या
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today's subject: transcend through meditation. Chapter 2, Sutra 11. Before entering into the sutra, few things. Transcendence can happen only through meditation. Growth can happen through morality, through various practices. But transcending will happen only through meditation. Meditation is the only way the transcendence can happen, where things can become totally different. That quantum breakthrough, the quantum leap happens only through meditation. Patanjali, till last sutra, was speaking about different process. Now he is giving direct solution. Let us enter into the sutra. Dhyana heyas tadvriddhayaha. Very beautiful sutra, small, crisp, but very beautiful. Dhyana heyaha tadvriddhayaha. Vriddhayaha. Dhyana heyas tadvriddhya. Swami Vivekananda translates this as, by meditation, their modifications are to be rejected. Swami Prabhavananda translates as, in their fully developed form, they can be overcome through meditation. Dvivedi translates as, their transformations are to be suppressed by meditation. There is no doubt the samskaras can be transcended only by meditation. Meditation is the only way to transcend the samskaras, no doubt. But let us understand the word meditation. Dhyana. What is exactly the word dhyana means? Thousands of interpretation, thousands of ways, thousands of methods, thousands of understandings about dhyana exists. Let me give you exactly what I mean by the word dhyana. Means being in the state of nirvikalpa through unclutching. Being in the state of nirvikalpa through unclutching. That is what I call dhyana. Getting back to that state again and again and again. So being in dhyana is the only way transcendence will start happening. All these engrams will leave your system. The transcendence can start happening. See, till the transcendence happens, there is no guarantee that you are free. The engrams will have its own power. It will go on giving you the constant torture. It will go on be adding constant suffering. Only when the transcendence happens, the engrams will free you and you will be freed from the engrams. In Zen, they call it taming of the mind. But here what I am saying is not even taming of the mind, just dropping the mind. Going beyond the mind. Just being in the unclutched space, again and again and again. I go on speaking about unclutching. There is one subject which I never get bored. That is unclutching. I may speak 1,000 things, finally I come and land in that. I may give 1,000 introduction, finally I come and land in that. I may do 1,000 things, finally I come and land in that. again and again and again, that unclutching, that is the only solution. How much ever your mind avoids that solution, avoids that process, that is the only solution. That is the only way for the ultimate. That is the only way you can transcend the expansion and expressions of samskara, engraved memory. Constantly being in dhyana, being in the unclutched mode, whole ashram has slowed down. I put them into a special process, radiating enlightenment. So from tonight, you guys are all going to practice. From tonight, I am going to put you in the process. It's preparation for Vyana. Vyana and Udana. Anything you do has to be done with awareness. Dhyana. What Patanjali says is, transcendence can happen only through dhyana. If you are walking, walk with awareness. How the earth feels. What all the muscles moving in your body. How it feels near where your thigh bone and the hip bone are connecting. That's the spot where that walking movement happens. How it feels. Feel continuously how things happens inside you. Understand? There are three movements constantly happening in you. One, breathing. Another one, the belly movement. Third one, the body movements. Be aware of all these three. Be aware of all these three. That is the only way. That is the only way transcendence can happen. So walking, talking, standing, eating, whole day be aware. I am describing the exact technique. Morning when you wake up, don't jump from the bed. If you have jumped, then lie down again. Slowly wake up, slowly come out with awareness. Buddha, once there was a fly on his nose, he killed it. Then suddenly he remembered, and again he did the whole motion slowly with awareness. People asked him, "What are you doing?" He said, "No, first I did without awareness, unaware way. Now I am learning the awareness." Everything you do, let it be filled with awareness. Awareness is the only way of transcendence. Walking or talking, sitting, anything. So from this moment, be in dhyana, zen. Suddenly the whole thing will get slowed down. Whole thing will get slowed down. It's okay, perfect, nothing wrong. You are not in a hurry to achieve anything, to do anything. So even if things get slowed down, it's okay. But awareness, infuse awareness. Watch your breath, watch your belly movements, watch your thoughts, watch whatever is happening. Whatever is happening around you, in you, continuously be aware. Float in awareness. Be in awareness. Live in awareness. Move in awareness. What is happening inside your system and outside your system? Have the tremendous awareness. Even now, while you are sitting, be aware how your muscles feel, how your mind feels, how your body is feeling. Listen to these words with deep awareness. Suddenly you will see these words are just encompassing you. My presence is just penetrating you, filling you. Something is overflowing in you. Please understand, just ordinary sitting, if the process starts happening in you, that is what is living enlightenment process. If your body movements are happening without awareness, stop, then do it with awareness. Any movement, infuse awareness. Just one process. Within one day, the whole ashram has slowed down. Can you understand? I don't think any organization, this size organization, has so much of restful awareness people. I can be proud from this moment. Why this moment? From yesterday I can say. Restful awareness is such an important thing in your life. Start living. Start radiating. Let your walking, talking, sitting, let everything be with restful awareness. Let everything have restful awareness. With restful awareness, the earth will feel you are a blessing. You will feel your very body is your blessing. Understand? When the restful awareness happens in you, you will feel like your body is not filled with blood, it is filled with honey. So much of sweetness will be there in every muscle. When you move any muscle, first thing you will feel is a deep sweetness in your throat. That sweetness radiates grace. Grace happens through the deep sweetness in your system. It is a sweetness which is responsible for the grace. So understand, infuse dhyana into all the movements, walking, talking, sitting, standing, living, breathing, in all movements, infuse prana. Dhyana, Zen, consciousness, all are different words for the same phenomena. Whatever is happening in you, be aware of that. Let that awareness penetrate into all your actions, talking, walking, sitting, inside whatever is happening, even the digestion. Be aware what is going on inside your heart, inside your intestine, inside your liver, inside your system. Be aware. You will see you will see very clearly that being aware will awaken one of the most powerful energy in you Kundalini. That is the only way to transcend ordinary disturbances, to transcend all the distortions which happens inside your inner space. Let us enter into the next sutra. Klesha Moola Karma Ashayaha Drishta Adrishta Janma Vedaniyaha. Klesha Moola Karma Ashayaha Drishta Adrishta Janma Vedaniyaha. Swami Vivekananda translates as the receptacle of works as its root in the aforesaid pain-bearing obstructions, and their experience is in this visible life or in the unseen next lives. Prabhupada translates as a man's latent tendencies have been created by his past thoughts and actions. These tendencies will bear fruits both in this life and in lives to come. Klesha Moola Karmashaya Drishta Adrishta Janma Veda. It means the root cause of all these problems is rooted in Karmashaya, where all the samskaras are recorded and stored, and it has to be experienced, it will be experienced in this or unseen lives. You need to understand many technical terms. Karmashaya, where all the engrams are stored. Today morning I was describing the folded tent, our deep sleep state. That is what is the Karana Sarira, what I call Karmashaya, where all your engrams are stored. Its effects are experienced either in this life or the unseen life. It means Patanjali is first time introducing a great truth to us, saying that create your strategy planning for whole life, not the seen life. Person who creates strategy planning for the seen life is materialist. Person who creates strategy planning for the whole life is enlightened. That's all. There are only two kinds of people in the world. One who has strategy planning for this so-called 100 years. The other one who has strategy planning for the whole life. Of course, there are some who don't have strategy planning for even the seen life. You cannot call them as human beings. So, strategy planning for the whole life. not just the 60 years, not just this 100 years, for the whole life. Patanjali is introducing this great truth now. He is saying, if they are in the karmashaya, means even if they are unexperienced, if they are lying in the karmashaya, in the deep down, in the causal layer, it will be experienced in some life. The word unseen life has two meanings. One, the future lives to come, or even in this life, the unconscious part which you live is unseen life. In these two parts, it has to be experienced. It's a very technical sutra. That's why it's a little boring. Because it's not like a storytelling, it's like a warning. The sutra is more like a statutory warning. That's why it's a little boring. But warning has to be displayed. It has to be told. Why he gives this warning? Do not allow the samskaras to stay in you even in the seed level. The only solution not to let the samskaras to stay in you even in the seed level is infuse awareness whole day. Whole day, morning till night, from the moment you wake up till the moment you fall asleep, just be intensely aware. Aware of walking, talking, sitting, standing, everything. Be aware. That is the only way. Even in the latent potential level, the engrams will not be staying in you. Our engrams are so powerful, they cheat us in a very easy way with different names and forms. One great rishi, Jadabarada, he was a great tapasvi. He was meditating in the banks of a river in forest. One day one small deer, baby deer, mother gave birth to the baby and died. So he saw that baby and his compassion, he adopted that baby, started taking care of that baby, slowly got attached to that baby. The deer started growing, and his attachment also started growing. After some time, almost his whole life is centered around the deer. Like a whole day, he eats only after the deer eats. He sleeps only that after the deer sleeps. The deer became center of life for him. Then by and by, whole day, his whole life is centered on the deer, and slowly, very slowly, his whole mind got centered on the deer. One day when he was about to die, instead of remembering God or consciousness or centering himself into the awareness, he was remembering about the deer, what will happen to this deer, who will take care, what will happen. With that memory he died and took birth as a deer. Came back and lived with the deer as a companion, and when he was living with the deer as a companion, suddenly one rishi touched him and gave him the initiation and gave him the memory of his past life. And he recollected, oh God, what happened to me? I wanted to become enlightened. I started my tapas. And slowly, see what has happened to me. Finally, where I landed. And here I am as a deer. Instead of living an enlightened life, here I am living as a deer life. So, engrams, even if it comes up with the different names like a compassion, these, that, are very dangerous. Can be really dangerous. Even one engram allowed can destroy the whole life. Fire, loan, enmity, engram. These four, you should not leave it even little. Thinking, oh, it's little, tomorrow we'll take care. No. It can grow before you open your eyes. Fire, enmity, loan, and engrams. All these four should not be left even little bit. There should not be even little bit left. All four should be destroyed completely. So get into the process of destroying all the four completely. Inhaling, exhaling, belly movement, body movement. Infuse awareness into everything. If you have moved unconsciously, no, get back. Do it again consciously. That is what is called prayaschitta. If you moved your hands unconsciously, don't allow, get back. Move that same way consciously. Prayaschitta. Don't feel shy to do prayaschittas. Don't think somebody will laugh. No, it's your life. Only when you do prayaschitta for next 3-4 days, you will get the habit of being aware of everything. Being in awareness about everything. Any moment happens should be done with awareness. Now, as on now, if you move your muscles, you may feel bitterness in your throat. But if you infuse it with awareness, when you move your muscles, it will create a deep taste, sweetness in your muscles, in your throat. Whole body should feel sweet. Then you will feel happy to carry your body. You will feel grateful for life. Life itself is such an ecstasy, blessing. You will feel grateful for it. You will be happy for it. You will be happy that life happened in you. You will be happy that life is radiating in you. Again, the moment it becomes evening, again and again I get into the mood of doing. The Sandhya is very powerful. Sandhya is really very powerful. Evening's power to put yourself into the meditation by its very nature is amazing and unimaginable. Understand the process. Awareness, that's all. सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today's subject is illumine your comprehension. I can say this is the whole subject of Patanjali. This is the subject which Patanjali is expressing through this whole sutras. Illumining your comprehension means seeing things properly, with a proper light, with awakened vision. Your mind is your bondage. Your mind leads you to freedom. Mind can make anything out of anything. Any situation can be experienced as any situation. It can either enjoy or suffer the same situation. It can experience joy or being defamed in the same situation. It can comprehend pleasure or pain in the same situation. It can make you experience anything out of anything. Here, Patanjali says these 5 modifications: right knowledge, wrong knowledge, imagination, sleep and memory. These 5 can be the reasons for your pleasure or pain, for your anguish or joy, for your peace or restlessness. You can use these 5 towards anything. Sometimes people ask me, how can right knowledge be the reason for suffering, Swamiji? How can we use right knowledge for suffering? Here Patanjali says all these 5 can be reason for suffering or joy. People understand an enlightened person should be very calm, cool, collective, balanced. This is a kind of a right knowledge. But they use that knowledge and start creating guilt, expectations, difficulties inside them. Even right knowledge in the wrong hands can create suffering, can create difficulties. I have seen people having some idea about how life should be, this, that. Actually, if you see, it will be right knowledge, just like this situation. I was telling you a story, one Zen master crying when his master died. We have an idea, enlightened person should not cry. He is supposed to be balanced. It's a kind of a right knowledge only. But when you apply, misunderstand, misuse, it can create agony inside you. You can use that same idea to create guilt in you, or questions in you, doubt in you. Even right knowledge, the hands of wrong person, can create suffering. Of course, wrong knowledge always creates suffering. People ask me, one more question. Patanjali says here, all these 5 can create right, can create joy or suffering. How can wrong knowledge create joy? Can create suffering, we know. How can wrong knowledge create joy? Sometimes, accidentally, even wrong knowledge leads you to joy. Even wrong knowledge leads you to next level, next step. I have seen many instances. They may not know the reason, the right reason, but they do the right act. Without knowing right reason, without having the knowledge about right reason, but doing right act, that kind of situations. Even wrong knowledge leads you to joy. Wrong knowledge leads you to pleasure. Actually, what really needs to happen inside us is a cognitive shift. Means your comprehension should be illumined. Straight away able to relate with the truth without difficulties, complications, torturing. Straight away ability to relate with the truth. I have seen many times in my experience, people can neither resist the joy and ecstasy of being in my presence, but nor they can drop their arrogance, nor they can come out of their ego. They continue to come and continue to criticize something. I tell them, if you are feeling like criticizing, don't come, relax, be where you are. They are not able to, no. That we can't do. They will continue to come, but continue to criticize something. They can neither keep themselves away, nor completely to create more and more bondage. It is called mind. Conditioning. I have seen even the great knowledge about yoga, people start using it for one more conditioning. I have seen thousands of people reading Yoga Sutra, they will be depressed because they misuse this knowledge, they abuse this knowledge, they misinterpret this knowledge, they start imagining their own things out of this knowledge. That is why this great truth should be heard directly from an enlightened being. Then he knows where Patanjali put comma, where Patanjali gave strong emphasis, where Patanjali gave the gap. He knows. Please understand, the other day I was reading a beautiful line. God is nowhere. Somebody put a comma next to W. Then it says, God is now here. Sometime you need an enlightened person to put the comma, to create the gap. Only he knows where Patanjali gave gap, where Patanjali put the comma. The other slogan I read, there is only one God. One guy put the comma next to the word, there is only one. Then it reads, there is only one God. First line it says, there is only one God. It's more like a moral science, uniting all the religions, creating peace. The second line, there is only one, comma, God. It's a spiritual experience. It's a spiritual truth. These two statements may look similar, but it has tremendous different significance. Its significance is totally different. See, there is only one God. It can be uttered by anybody. Everybody utters the same thing. But they say in the end, there is only one God, that is my God. Not your God. That is where the problem starts. Everybody accepts there is only one God, no doubt. But everybody says that God is only my God, not your God. The path to that God is only my path, not your path. That is where the problem starts. So if you put one comma, there is only one God, there is only one comma, God, then it's a spiritual experience. This statement means there is only one thing, nothing else. So, when you listen to these great truths from an enlightened master, you know where to put the comma, you know where Patanjali gave the gap, you know where he emphasized, you know where he was connecting or disconnecting words. imagination can either lead you to hell or heaven. Imagination can lead either towards this direction or that direction. I can give you thousands of examples, thousands of stories. Especially I am constantly working with people's imaginations. It's my life. Last 6 years I am working with imaginations of the people. Millions of people directly and millions indirectly. Either trying to remove their imagination, alter their imagination, or redirect their imagination. Just today, one of my disciples was telling me, before she used to come regularly to the ashram, her daughter will always object, why are you going there? You are not attending us, you are not caring for us, the family pressure. Now, daughter also attended the program. Now she says, how could you come back? How could you be away from him? I am not able to. I am not able to be away from him. Earlier, how are you able to come back even after being around him? So her imagination, when she had wrong imagination, she was not able to relate with the mother. She was fighting with her, saying, why are you going? Now when she has the right imagination, she is fighting with her, why did you come back? It's a mind. It is imagination. Continuously, I am working with imaginations of the people. Many times, the imaginations become so strong, they can either completely move from the spiritual path or completely get enlightened. People sometimes ask me, how can imagination lead to enlightenment? After all, it is mental activity. How can that lead you to enlightenment? It's like somebody taking poison. Taking poison is an action, but that can lead them to death beyond actions. Same way, the right imagination is taken, the mind will disappear, you will be beyond the mind. You will be beyond mind. You will be experiencing the no mind state or the ecstasy.
Nithyananda. So nice. After such a wonderful, powerful, transformational satsang, just wanted to first congratulate all of you for listening to today's satsang, by participating in this time, especially if you have chanted the Mahavakya. I just wanted to let all of you know, this whole entire time you spent for your spiritual process, for your inner awakening, inner realization to happen, all these minutes have now been counted to the cause of global peace Understand, just as an individual, if you shift, yes, good, great for you. But by you chanting the Mahavakya, it has caused a beautiful healing effect to the cosmos. I'm just so excited to congratulate all of you for participating in this today. You all can actually register your number of minutes that you spent and the count of your Ajapa Japa in tinyurl.com. So you all can actually register in this link. So from now till tomorrow morning satsang, the number of times you chant the Mahavakya will be you can record it, you can count it and add it as your number of Ajapa Japa. And I'm so happy and excited about sharing this post of Swamiji that Swamiji just shared. I think just before satsang actually we all got to see the post. So let's take a few minutes and share this post in as many places as possible, making sure this message spreads. Let's celebrate this. Let's share and celebrate.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.